So yes, before I start this video, I'd like to apologize for any construction you might hear. There's construction noises, so yeah, can't really control that, but Jellobug did copy strike my video. I know a lot of you saw it coming, but I honestly didn't believe she'd actually have the audacity to do so, especially considering the content she posts. Alas, I continue to be disappointed by the depravity of this individual. I would have thought she would have at least had the sense to tread lightly considering her massive YouTube channel is constantly breaking terms of service, but, you know, as her name suggests, she has the mental capacity of a common housefly, so here I am making this video. So apologies in advance, I am making this video rather hastily in an attempt to give all of you the information as soon as possible, so I apologize for the reused speed paint footage, just bear with me. But this morning I did indeed receive a copyright strike from dear old Jellobug for an 11-second clip within an 11-minute video. Mind you, that video was completely fair use on my part as I provided commentary and criticism along with my own speed paint. This is obviously a blatant abuse of the copyright system, and I am absolutely not going to take it. I have filed a counterclaim, which I will get into in the next segment, but for now I'd like to focus on the legality issues of the situation. Jellobug and I are both obviously minors, and I highly doubt that she's going to be willing to take my ass to court over it, considering how she'd have to let a judge, jury, and her parents know what kind of video she makes, and I doubt it's a favorable outcome for her. The court would definitely not rule in her favor if we did go to court, which we most likely will not, and I find it awfully stupidly brash of her to break the rules of the copyright system like this, especially since she and her channel are openly and obviously abusing YouTube's breaking YouTube's terms of service almost daily. With the sexual videos, of course, but I figure she's dumb enough to not know how much trouble this could get her in, but just aware enough to, know how to silence any and all criticism that gets thrown her way by abusing the copyright system. I will reiterate this now for those of you who didn't get a chance to watch my original video. Jellobug, if you are watching this, and I know you will, you're just simply a horrible person. You knowingly expose sexual content to minors, you abuse YouTube's cripplingly awful copyright system, and you fetishize an entire community for your own weird little fantasies. It's kind of beyond me how anyone can be this morally reprehensible and still manage to find a way to make themselves look worse. So I advise you to do everyone a favor, including yourself, and just delete your channel, because, that's the right thing to do. Or just delete all of your TOS breaking terms of service, release any copyright strikes you may have filed, or just, take the simple option and just leave YouTube.
You're fucking dead.
We've seen it happen a million times, from the likes of Onision to Chantel Marie, is that her name? I can't remember, to Nikocado Avocado. So many creators have abused this copyright system and yet nothing is done about it. My voice is very, very small, but I still have some kind of a platform, so I'm going to talk about it. This is absolutely not new news, but YouTube does need to do something about their copyright system. Anyone is allowed to file a false claim, and it honestly needs to be fixed. They've already shown that a lot of their creators won't get repercussions for this anyways, as seen in, again, Onision. And he has like 1 million subscribers, so I shudder to think of the attention they won't even pay to smaller YouTubers, in the whole scale of things like Jellobug. And along with this virus thing, YouTube's employees are staying home, so they have a lot less manpower, so to say. So it'll likely take even longer for something to get done, which is just perfect, but anyways. It needs to be fixed, and I have a few ideas how. I'm not a lawyer or anything, but I have ideas, and I'm a user of YouTube, so this is what I think would better the system. Perhaps something that would take into account the full length of the video compared to the length of the clip selected. If it was a video that contained multiple copyrighted clips, multiple clips could be registered in the claim. And I think you can already do that, but I don't copyright claim videos, obviously, so I can't really tell. But if it was multiple clips from multiple different creators, perhaps all the creators could have a chance to file a joint copyright claim of sorts. Again, I have no idea if this is even plausible, but it's worth a try, and the system does need work. And I feel like this could come into fruition in some way with just a bit of effort. But then again, effort isn't YouTube's biggest strength. So it'll likely just stay the same. But I was about to give examples of big creators getting copyright strike, but YouTube didn't even do anything when PewDiePie, literally the biggest creator on their platform, got striked. So that's YouTube for you. They don't really do anything. But anyways, yeah. Next subject. So, if Jellobug doesn't do anything about her claim, my video will be reinstated within 90 days. Why 90? I don't fucking know. It's probably because 30 days is the typical waiting amount, but since the whole coronavirus thing and YouTube's employees are on home break, it's tripled for some reason, not doubled, and I'm honestly kind of confused as to why it's 90 days instead of 30. Like, most of YouTube's employees can work from home, I'm guessing, because there's computers at home, and they're YouTube employees, they probably get paid a decent amount. But, yeah, they should be able to work from home, I think. I am not aware of the situation if they need, like, a special computer or whatnot, but I feel like most of their jobs can be done from home. But again, I've said this before, I do not work at YouTube, therefore I can't really, say too much on their situation. But, yes, 90 days, which would be July 23rd, I do believe. However, Jellobug does have 10 days to notify YouTube of any legal action she might take and provide evidence, so she can't just bullshit it. And I am very, very sure that she will not be pursuing legal actions for a multitude of reasons that I stated earlier, mostly being that we're both minors, and it would be quite obvious that she would lose in court and have to face the repercussions of telling her parents what kind of videos she's been posting and what her activities on YouTube have been. But that's just speculation on my part. YouTube is very vague with their information, so I honestly don't know if the YouTube will be up in 10 days when Jellobug doesn't provide any court proceedings, or if it'll be up in 90 days like the page says it will. I suppose it won't be terribly hard to wait and see, so keep an eye out for the video on either April 4th or July 23rd. It's an absolutely ridiculous time period to wait and a huge estimate, but I am keeping my fingers crossed that Jello will either come to her non-existent senses and rescind her claim earlier than that, or that April 4th will roll around, and since no court documents will be provided, my video will be released. However, with my luck, it's likely going to be released at the end of July, so that kind of sucks, but in the meantime, I do have a re-upload of the video, minus Jellobug's content on a channel linked in the description, and in the very, very minor chance that we actually might go to court, God, this construction, I'm so sorry, but in the very minor chance that we go to court, I will be documenting everything, but then again, I extremely doubt that will happen, and, yeah, it's just kind of funny to me thinking of a gotcha-tuber who makes porn trying to take me to court over a false copyright strike. But anyways, yes, that is all for this segment. So, I have filed the counter notice and emailed Jellobug directly. YouTube provides the email of the claimant, so I didn't have to go out of my way to find it. But in my email, I detailed reasons why my video fell under fair use, and even cordially invited her onto my channel, so we might be able to discuss things. I highly doubt that she'll actually even open the email, much less read it, but there's always a chance. I'm also considering reaching out to larger YouTubers, but that might be a bit of a pipe dream if I'm being honest. I have tagged YouTube on Twitter, and I don't think I'm going to get a response there either. But I am doing everything I can to try and rectify the situation, but with only 16,000 subscribers, the task at hand is proving itself to be quite difficult. So, yeah, it's not a huge blow to me because I do have other videos that are keeping me, you know, up, but having a strike on your channel is never fun, nor is it something you'd want to happen. It's not like a huge deal for me, it's just it's just an inconvenience really, but I do hope that this will be fixed because I don't like having copyright strikes on my channel, as anyone would guess. So yeah, on to the outro.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. No one fucking asked. You think your opinion matters, but it doesn't. So don't take this the wrong way. But you really need to get off Twitter and think about what you've done.
Sure, Jellobug is in desperate need of a reality check. She simply cannot act like this without any repercussions, and she does not deserve her platform at all. She is a petulant child who needs to be taught a lesson, and I sound like an old grandma saying that, but she really does. She should not be allowed to copyright strike people like this, she should not be allowed to post the videos she does, and she really needs to learn that this kind of stuff is not okay, and that she can't just get whatever she wants. I know I probably don't sound like it, but I am very mad at the situation, not only because of YouTube's failure to do anything about it, but because Jellobug probably thinks she's won in a sense, and kind of hate to admit it, but she might, if YouTube is just YouTube and my video stays down for 90 days, she would have gotten a decent chunk of views away from me, and as much as I hate to admit it, that would be a bit detrimental to my channel. Hopefully this video makes up for what that one would have been in views, but you never know. I just want to make this to get this out quickly. And I once again implore you, dear viewer, to go to her channel and report every last one of her inappropriate community posts. Because again, breaking terms of service, exposing sexual content to minors, that's not cool. This brings me to the end of this video, and once again, if you wish to see my copy struck video in question, I have re-uploaded it on a separate channel that I linked in the description. Thank you for watching, and I would appreciate it if you would share this video or just, support me by watching my other videos or simply just subscribing. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.